Hey guys, my name is Tito. I make videos on personal finance, saving and investing, but on my other channel. Here, however, I talk about other things, like today when I'll be reviewing the new Nollywood film, Head Over Bills. Head Over Bills is the story of billionaire Mrs. Ofili and her three daughters, Oluchi, Tachi, and Munachi. After realizing her daughters aren't taking life seriously enough and also coming to terms with her own personal situation, Mrs. Ofili decides to give her daughters conditions to meet or risk being cut off from the family's wealth forever. Head Over Bills was written, produced, and directed by Dabby Chimere. Now, in this review, I'm going to say a few things, but please just bear in mind that these are my opinions. You may not feel the same way, okay? I feel like this movie was a good example of that Bible passage, if the foundation be destroyed, what can the righteous do? You had decent actors in this film, but because the writing was so weak and porous, there really wasn't much any of them could do to salvage the situation or to make this film good. I mean, you could have put Leonardo DiCaprio and Meryl Streep inside this film and they still wouldn't have really done anything for you because the writing in this film was really poor, in my opinion. Let me talk about Bimbo Ademoye, for example. She played a cliche role, or a role that we've seen her play several times before, of like a party girl who likes money, very similar to her character in Sugar Rush and in Nneka the Pretty Serpent, right? She tried to be funny and to, deliver as she does. I mean, Bimbo Ademoye is a good actor and she tries to give her all and give her best, but she just couldn't shine. It really doesn't do much for you because of the poor character development and the poor writing. Nwosu played her sister and I think the last born child, Munachi, and Ego as well just pretty much played the same character that I saw her play a year ago in Fine Wine, a young professional woman trying to develop her career, but who is also stuck choosing between two men, just like in Fine Wine. Racheal Okonkwo, first time I'm seeing Racheal Okonkwo in a movie, and I wasn't impressed, to be honest. It's one thing to be given bad lines, it's another thing to deliver bad lines badly as well. Her delivery of her lines, I was really shocked. I was like, wow. I can't say too much because if I say more than that, it would look like I'm just being nasty. So everybody's acting basically was just that, basic in this film, because the story, in my opinion, was weak. What I liked seeing Ego and Bimbo's faces. They're pretty girls and I like seeing them on screen. Incidentally, both of them were in two of my favorite movies of 2021, Fine Wine and The Breaded Life. So I was, keen on seeing this film because they were in it and also because I like rom-coms, but at the end of the day, this didn't really feel like a rom-com, it felt like a drama. But I think the makers of this film know that Ego and Bimbo are hot commodities and they cast them in this film to get people like me who like two of them to go and see this movie. And at the end of the day, both of them were the only things I enjoyed about this film, to be honest. What I didn't like the writing of this film. I know earlier I said I didn't like the story, but to be honest, the story had potential. It's how the story was written that had a problem. And the lines that the actors delivered in this film were tacky. They were just, it felt like walking, with gum under your shoe. It felt just off. And what else? The duration of this film. This film, like many Nollywood films before it, was longer than it needed to be. This film had no business being 2 hours long. I think an hour and a half, 90 minutes would have been okay. And also, the makeup in this film at certain points was off. It just looked, and this is coming from me, a man. At one point I was like, I wonder what a woman would think about the makeup of the characters in this film. It looked funny. Speaking of makeup, any movie, any Nollywood film, well, any film generally where a female character wakes up the morning after with a full face beat, a full face of makeup and with a wig on, that film is a no for me from that point onward, because that's not realistic. What that tells me is that the filmmaker is more concerned about superficial things and the characters looking pretty than they are about things being realistic or being relatable. Because in real life, women don't wake up in the morning looking awesome with a full face of makeup and with a wig on. The final thing I didn't like about this film was how Arukwe's character's accent kept on coming and going. So yeah, those are the things I didn't like about this movie. Let me end it now before I go on, because I could actually go on. Who should see it? If you like Nollywood home videos or those kind of Nollywood films that go straight to streaming platforms like Iroko or just go straight to YouTube, then you will most likely enjoy this film. This film is in the category of films like Devil in Agbada and Tanwa Savage. So if you liked those films, then you may like this one as well. But if you haven't seen those films, you may want to skip this one too. But that's just me. I'm not a home video guy, or I'm not a fan of the movies, the Nollywood films that go to streaming platforms. I'm not the target audience, basically, of this film. I don't think this film was good enough for cinemas, but I think maybe it's good enough for streaming platforms. If this film just went straight to streaming, we would have been fine, and I wouldn't have been making this review saying how much I didn't enjoy this film. But that's just me, that's just my opinion, which I am entitled to. Well, that's it, guys. If you've seen Head Over Bills, then please head over to the comment section and let me know what you thought about it. I'm really curious to know if I'm alone about, how I felt about this film. Let me know in the comment section below. A quick shout out to my friend on Instagram, Funto, who was the 100th subscriber on this channel. For a while, I was stuck on 99 subscribers, so I put it out there on Instagram. Follow me on Instagram, by the way. I put it out there on Instagram that I'm looking for my 100th subscriber, and she did the needful. She came over to YouTube and she clicked on the subscribe button. Shout out to my friend Zainab, who also clicked on the subscribe button. I think she was the 101st subscriber. If you want to be awesome like Zainab and Funto, then please click on that subscribe button down below, and don't let this video end, guys, without you clicking on that like button. It's very important. You most likely haven't clicked on the like button yet. Please do it. It won't take more than 3 seconds of your time. Finally, I'm running a competition on my channel this month, and to be honest, all year. To learn more about the competition and what you stand to win, then watch my previous video showing on the screen right now. I really think it will be worth your time. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will catch you in the next one. Take care.